Expanding single brackets. Expanding in algebra means to expand out the brackets, to get rid of the brackets. Remembering that we don't put times signs in because they look like x's, but what this actually means each time, here 5 times everything in here, b times everything in here, negative 4c squared times everything in here. So let's look at the method we're going to use. So as we've said, this means 5 multiplied by a plus 3, and of course our favourite method for multiplication is the grid method, so we're going to do this. A plus 3 times by 5. And you're doing it in 2 columns, as though you have your first column here and your second column here. The reason the 5 is here is because there's only one thing. Later we'll do 2 brackets and you'll see what we do then, but basically put the bracket on top and your 5 underneath. Let's give this a go. What do we do first? So we do 5 multiplied by positive 3, and 5 multiplied by positive 3 is positive 15. I know usually we would write it like if we headlined 1 and 5, but actually we're going to write it as 15 because this isn't necessarily in the tens column. This is basically our letters column, and this is our numbers column. Okay, so this is a number, it goes in the numbers column. Next we need to do 5 multiplied by a, which we've learnt already is 5a. So our answer is 5a plus 15. Now it might be previously you've just done 5 times a and 5 times 3, but often people make the mistake of saying, oh, 5a, and then saying plus 8 because they've added 5 and 3, or just doing plus 3 because they've just looked at the plus 3. So the advantage of using this method is you don't make the same mistakes. Let's try it with the next one. So we've got b multiplied by b take away 6, so again, b take away 6, and we're timesing by b. Okay, b multiplied by negative 6 is negative 6b. And here, if we've got b multiplied by b, that is b squared. Again, b times b squared, b times negative 6 is negative 6b. So this is b squared take away 6b. What about this horrendous looking one? I just want to show you it's the same method each time, so it shouldn't actually be any worse. Let's give it a go. We write c plus 5, we're multiplying by negative 4c squared. Okay, well let's have a look. Negative 4c squared multiplied by positive 5 seems horrible, but remember, numbers first, then letters. For numbers, you've got negative 4 multiplied by positive 5, and a negative multiplied by a positive is a negative, so I've got negative 20, but I've also got my c squared, so it's negative 20c squared. Okay, that's that part. Now I do this multiplied by this, negative 4c squared, negative times by c, so that means like this, negative 4c squared times by c. Well, this is the same as c to the power of 1, so we're going to have c cubed, but we've got negative 4 of them. So our answer is negative 4c cubed take away 20c squared. That is pretty much as hard as they get of these ones, but I thought I'd show it to you. You have a go now. The key things to remember are, number 1, expand means to multiply out. And number 2, the most common mistake people make is by not multiplying the second term by what's in front of the bracket. They only multiply the first term, and they'll get some sort of random mistake here. But if you use the grid method, the column method, you get the right answer, and it gives you good practice on using the column method as well.